I've gotten better and feel better, but at times I still hurts. I will ask a question in a second. Okay, fine. But remember, when you guys remember of your ex, that name and that subject brings lots of other files, pictorial files, and with each of those pictorial files, there's an emotional package. There's an emotional file that comes with it, which you didn't ask for, but it comes with it. So what you need is to simply try to replace that emotional file with something else. To focus on the fact that that file that is coming, the reason that you feel that pain so hard is because when you remember something, if there's no emotional file coming with it, well, you're just a memory. But when there's an emotional file, whether it was an intimacy or love, whatever it is that comes with it, that emotional memory makes your physical body to react to that emotional memory. Like sadness, that makes your body, like if you remember something that you like, if you think about some fruit that you like, you may start salivating because you recreate the emotion that you receive, the sensation you receive when you're eating that. When you picture that file, the emotional file, file of sensation will come with it, and then your body reacts to that emotion. But that emotion doesn't exist. There is no fruit for you to be eating. It's just a file. You have to realize what you're reacting to is a dead memory. Is an emotion that its actor is no longer involved in acting it, creating it, causing it. It was at one time alive, like when they were making a movie, the actors were playing it. So that was then, they could change scenes and change words, and that was alive. But a moment later, when the scene was cut and taken, it was no longer reality, actuality. It was dead memory. And a dead memory may have with it, when you remember it, an emotional sensation file. But you have to focus that emotion that has been brought up with that memory, pictorial file, is causing your body to react, whether you get sexually excited or whether you get hungry because it's about food or whatever it is that you feel, or the love that you remember. But you gotta recognize that these are reaction of your physical body to the memory, the emotional memory or the sensational memory that is coming up with that file. Otherwise, there's no reality to it. There's no actuality to it. It's dead memory. Doesn't exist, has no consequences for you, and it's only a thought. And your thought makes what you think to seem if it has actuality. Because thoughts are like a virtual reality goggle that you put on. And because you see nothing else other than what you can see on that goggle, you think that's the whole world. And therefore you believe that is the reality because nothing else can be visible, can be seen outside of the boundaries of that goggle. Now, thoughts in your consciousness is like the goggle. Your consciousness is like that virtual reality goggle that you have. You see the whole world and you interact with the whole world. You perceive things that you see in your life according to all the contents of your consciousness, what your consciousness entails. That's your goggle. And you need to take that goggle out and understand there is another world outside of your consciousness, outside of the content of your consciousness. Whatever you think, your thoughts, which is born from the content of your consciousness, is not necessarily true, is not the only thought that could be true, and it's not true, it's only a scene you're seeing in that screen of the goggle that you have on, the consciousness that you have on. Otherwise, outside of your consciousness, there is other contents, there is other realities, there is the actuality out there. But your consciousness makes you think what it thinks on its screen is the actuality, but it's not. Everything in your consciousness is dead. There is no reality and actuality to whatever is in your consciousness. They're all memory, and memory is the past, and the past is not here, which means everything there is non-existence. But the fact that it's in you, you think because in me, and it's in my screen, and that's the only screen that I'm interacting and negotiating life with, therefore it must be actuality. No, it's only what you can see, but what you can see is not necessarily actuality. I can see lots of things. I can see a movie, but that's not actuality. It's a dead memory of something. It gives me the same emotions as if it was alive, as if they were acting it, because I am allowing it to make me feel like as if it's real. I have put that goggle and that's all I see. I'm into the scene. Therefore, I make myself to have this illusion of the reality of this. But if I focus on it, pay full attention of it, it's not really. I can just tell myself, change the whole scenario of me accepting it as actuality. It's not. Same thing with you. You have that memory of the X. You have to focus on the fact that this emotion that comes with this file is making my body react or miss that person or want that person, whether intimately, sexually, or whatever else it was, the emotion. These are all reaction of my physical body to the memory, a dead memory. And the memory is not life. It's the past. So if you focus on these, then it wouldn't be hurting that much, because then you're facing the actuality and reality, which is telling you this is a movie. It's not actuality, it's not reality. You don't need to think of it as it is, so your body will not react. And when your body reacts to an emotional file, you have a real, alive reaction. And therefore, because that emotion and that reaction of your physical body is real, because of that emotion is making it react now, and that is real, the actuality, the emotion is actuality, the reaction to the emotion, your physical reaction to the emotion is actually happening. You feel it tingling on your skin. Therefore, you think everything else about that memory is also real. But only the reaction is real. And when you focus on that this reaction is due to a dead memory of the past, then that reaction does not represent the whole memory and the story to be real, to affect you as if it's part of your life still. It's dead. Now, I hope that was something for you to enjoy or ponder.